Hey guys, I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos. Obviously, I acquired like 60 some new friends on YouTube in the last several days. So, watching a lot of videos and getting some good information, and seeing some of the stuff that I was actually watching a lot of Tom Noble's videos on his restoration, and I was watching him use his epoxy primers, and obviously. This is a big debate, been going on for a long time, and so I started watching some of VW Darren's stuff, and it looks like he's been doing it pretty much his whole life, and so he's the guy to listen to. He's the expert. He did mention, and it's an older video. He did mention something about putting epoxy over bare metal, and how they normally use etch primer and then put the epoxy, because epoxy is a mechanical bond and not normally a chemical bond, so that's why you use the acid etch underneath. And I realize, like I said, these are older videos, so maybe stuff has changed since then. But I was going to show you some of the product that I'm getting ready to use, and VW Darren mentioned something about putting up tech sheets in one of his videos of the products that say that you can use epoxy direct to metal. So I have that product, or have one of those products, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about it, and if you know anything about this specific product, because the last thing I want to do is go through all the work that I'm going through now and then have the paint fail in the end. That would be a nightmare for me, so it'd be a nightmare for anyone. So anyway, let me show you some of the products that I've got here. I'm using Southern Polyurethanes primers. This is epoxy primer. That's the catalyst activator for it. And then I've got the 2K high build primer. So this will be my foundation. What I was going to do is prep the bare metal, 80 grit it, and then clean it up real good, and then apply this stuff direct to metal. Now here's what they say, and hopefully this camera will pick this up, but it says that their epoxy primer is a self-etching primer which contains zinc phosphate as a corrosion inhibitor. So this actually has basically acid in it, I'm guessing. It gives an excellent chemical resistant. It forms an excellent base for steel, aluminum, and other non-ferrous metals. Then it goes on to tell you, the setup time, preparation, painting, all that kind of stuff. And then in here I've got the actual tech sheet. Now they give you the actual 7-day technical support number. You can call these guys anytime, 7 days a week. Pretty awesome. I've actually talked to one of the reps about some of the stuff, because I was wanting to do some rust removal off of the metal. And with this product, they do not suggest using different kinds of rust removal products, acids and stuff like that. Alright, so here's the epoxy primer. Tells you your gun kit tip, what they suggest. And then here down at the bottom, hopefully you can see this. SPI epoxy is one of the finest available, and it's great for use on any type of metal, aluminum, if properly sanded. This epoxy eliminates the need for acid etch primer. Use this primer on bare fiberglass, SMC, before applying body filters or 2K primers for long-term results. And then it talks about prepping the surface, body fillers. They want you to use body fillers over top of this. And then here it talks about precautions. And for this specific product, it says never use SPI epoxy over soda blasted vehicle unless you call first for proper neutralizing instructions. Never use SPI over acid, etch, wash primers, or rust converters. It will not work. We strongly suggest if you want to use a rust converter that you use the rust converter's paint system instead of SPI. Acid treatment should not be used unless you know the proper way to neutralize them. Again, call us first and be safe. Acid films can cause adhesion loss. We only recommend using OSFO's acid treatment if you even need one. If not handled properly, the aforementioned issues can destroy a paint job and will result in an expensive mistake. Then they tell you how to prep the metal. And that's another thing. In their metal prep, they like you to use a wax and grease remover, which I've watched several videos on wax and grease remover. A lot of guys are just using Windex and stuff like that, or glass cleaner. They make a waterborne wax and grease remover that they suggest you use on bare metal because it cleans it better. The solvent base, I guess when you spray it on the metal, it evaporates so fast that it basically just smears the grease around or whatever that you've got on the panel or the dirt or whatever. So that's their take on it. I realize this is a company who's selling products. Any suggestions on that or comments, I'd love to hear them. If anybody's used this product, I'd love to hear how their results were. Again, last thing I want to do is go through all this work and have the paint fail. This is a project for a buddy of mine, and yeah, I'm not taking any chances. So I did my homework on this stuff. It seems that the product's really good. The tech support is supposedly amazing, and again, I've called and talked to the people several times, and they're on top of it. Again, the owner of the company gives you his phone number when you buy his products, so you can call him and talk to him specifically about any of their products. And so, like I said, if anybody knows any more about this product, I'd love to hear about it, because I haven't heard a whole lot of people on YouTube say anything about it. I hear Matrix, I hear PPG, I hear Diamond, stuff like that, but I haven't heard too much about the Southern Polyurethane product. So, alright, I'm going to end it there, and I'll get back in my shop here before too long and get some more progress going. So, talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye.